Well, hello and welcome to the Yodoko Stadium for Cerezo Osaka against the defending champions Yokohama F Marinos from week 6 of the 2023 J-League season. After a disappointing start, Cerezo are starting to show signs of improvement and are 4 unbeaten coming into this following a 1-1 draw in the Osaka derby against Gamba in the J.League Cup last Sunday. Yokohama F Marinos, though, for their part, began the defence of their league title with wins against Kawasaki Frontale and Arao Reds, a draw with Sanfrecce Hiroshima before their unbeaten start was ended in a surprise loss to Consadole Sapporo. A win over Kashima Antlers in their last J-League match ensured that they stayed very much in touch with the early pace setters Vissel Kobe. And the early signs are this season is that it is going to be another almighty scrap for the J-League title. Yokohama F Marinos have only once before defended their crown when they were champions in 2003. They regained the league title the following season. History shows that generally this club struggle when they are the defending champions. And they tend to struggle in this fixture. Have a poor record here, Yokohama F Marinos, in recent times. Both league meetings finished 2-2 last season. But although that point ended a run of 3 straight defeats, it's now 11 visits since the defending champions tasted victory here since a 1-0 win back in June of 2011. Plenty of travelling support for them, as you can see. Travelled in huge numbers, the 487 kilometres to the west from Yokohama. 5.5 hours by car, but of course with the wonderful train systems that they have in Japan, just 2 hours on the rails. Not a seat to be had inside this stadium, which holds around about 24,500 when full. Wonderful colours, the dark blue of Yokohama F Marinos in the away end and the cherry blossom shirts of Cerezo Osaka. Cerezo failed to win any of their opening 3 this season and have only 1 league win so far, coming against struggling Sagan Tosu. In fact, including last season, Cerezo have won just 3 of their last 16 games in all competitions, a worrying trend for a side who finished 5th last season and reached the League Cup final for the 2nd successive campaign. They are unbeaten at home so far this season, though, in 3 games, 2 wins and a draw, and have won their last 2 against Sagan Tosu in the league and FC Tokyo in the J-League Cup. Shinji Kagawa back amongst the Cerezo Osaka ranks, where he began his career after 13 years away playing in Europe. A quick shot there of the man in your picture, Minato Yoshida, 21-year-old right back, who's been given the nod by Kevin Muscat today in the Yokohama F Marinos team, his career debut. Lovely conditions for a game of football, 4 o'clock local time. Is this the match to really spark Cerezo Osaka's season? A side who have been champions of Japan 4 times, but never in the J-League era. They make just the 1 change from the Osaka derby in the J-League Cup last weekend. The goalkeeper, back 4 and midfield remains the same. Hirotaka Tamada comes in on the left wing. Seiyama Kuma on the right, broke his duck with his first goal of the season against Gamba. Well, at centre forward, Leo Ciara scored twice in this fixture last season, but that was for Yokohama F Marinos, who he left for Cerezo in the off-season, winning the league title as his parting shot. Junpei Ida, 41-year-old referee, a FIFA official, taking charge of his 4th J-League match this season, the 248th so far of his career. And ably assisted there by your 2 VAR officials. A couple of changes for Yokohama F Marinos. Sees a career debut for 21-year-old Minato Yoshida at right back. In midfield, Takuma Nishimura returns after missing the League Cup while on international duty with Japan. Kata Mizunuma and Anderson Lopez have both been on target against Cerezo previously, while Albert hasn't scored in 6 games following a run of 5 in 4 between the end of last season and the start of this campaign, where he scored in his opening 2. Akio Kogiku is the man in charge of Cerezo Osaka. 37-year-old took over in August of 2021 from the Brazilian Leve Culpi and has led Cerezo to 2 League Cup finals. Kevin Muscat, the former Australian international, took over from Ange Postecoglou, the Celtic boss, and then guided Yokohama to their 7th Japanese title, their 4th in the J-League era last season. There is Leo Ciara. Strange afternoon for him, taking on his former club. Netted 11 goals in 31 appearances in their title-winning campaign last season, the Brazilian. So can Yokohama F Marinos end this run of 11 visits to the Yodoko Stadium without a victory? Haven't beaten Cerezo in the last 3 and have won just 1 of the last 8, either home or away. It's going to be Yokohama F Marinos to kick off. They still have a Brazilian in their ranks at centre forward, Anderson Lopez, taking on that mantle from Leo Ciara, who partnered in attack last season but now plays the lone role with Mizumina and Albert either side. Here's Nagato for Yokohama F Marinos, losing the ball immediately to Maikuma. He thought he'd won the derby last weekend until Gamba's last-minute equaliser. Matsuda with the throw for Cerezo. There with the header away. Nagato looking to complete the job. Touch off from Anderson Lopez. A tad too much on that for Kota Mizumina to get on the end of. Jonic, Croatian centre-back, with the header back to Kim Yin-hyun, South Korean goalkeeper. Something of a veteran now at 35, catched 16 times by South Korea. Part of 3 Asian Cup squads for South Korea, and also part of the 2018 World Cup squad too. Is Yoshida. What an afternoon for him. 21 years of age, finally making his J-League debut. Kevin Muscat was talking about him ahead of kickoff, saying his time has come to be given his chance. Clipped in behind towards Albert. The goalkeeper, Kim, quickly out of his penalty area. The flag was up anyway, though. And a free kick for Cerezo. To find a bit of goal-scoring form again. Albert scored against Benferet Kofu in the Super Cup, and then the 2-1 win away at Kawasaki Frontale on the opening weekend. Not exactly being given an easy start to the defence of their title. Yokohama F Marinos with some tough matches, playing last season's runners-up, and the Champions League finalists are our Reds in their opening 2 games. Shirama, Nagato to Albert. Albert with the touchback, and then the shot from Kida deflected behind for the corner. Kida, the captain of Yokohama F Marinos. Never capped for Japan at full level, played for them at under-23s, the 2014 Asian Games. And a key feature of Yokohama F Marinos' midfield, deep delivery from the corner. Kagawa completing the clearance with the header away. The Bundesliga and Premier League titles with Borussia Dortmund and Manchester United, Shinji Kagawa. Yoshida's throw. Zunuma with the touch back to him. And poor ball from Watanabe. Yokohama F Marinos with the throw though, Yoshida. And the whistle goes against Nishimura. Scored on international duty in the 1-1 draw with Uruguay. Came off the bench in the 75th minute and pretty much scored with his first touch for Japan, who were also beaten 2-1 by Colombia in the Kirin Cup, Challenge Cup competition. Ciara, well off target. First sight of his former club's goal. 21 goals in 58 appearances in 2 years in Yokohama. Leo Ciara. Thought with the initial control was off the arm. It may well have been cancelled out anyway, but no need to check. It's such a horrific finish from the Brazilian. Fit in from Jonic. Cerezo have won 10 of the last 17 meetings with Yokohama here, 4 draws and just the 3 wins for the visitors. Overall have the better record as well, 15 wins to Yokohama's 8 from the last 34. Yoshida's header. Shirama with the touch out to Mizunuma. Cerezo, a club that expect and demand success, but haven't really had it in terms of league titles in the J-League. The 4-time former champions of Japan were last that in 1980. Emperor's Cup win in 2017 when they completed a domestic cup double with the J-League Cup. Their only successes since professional football came into being in Japan with the J-League in 1993. Nagato's throw to Elbert. And directly into Toriumi though. By Yoshida. Zunuma with the touch back to Hatanaka. Suzuki cutting that one out. And now it's Eduardo. And 3 Brazilians in the starting lineup for F Marinos. Kagawa. Tamada. Yamanaka gets the cross in early, cleared away by Eduardo. Suzuki sits and holds in that midfield for Cerezo. Both sides playing with a central 3. Yokohama F Marinos though with 2 holders. Cerezo with just the 1, allowing Okano and Kagawa to get forwards. Shiramura to Kida. Kagawa. Tamada outside him. Ciara through the centre. Yamada with the cross in over Leo Ciara, and a risky chest back to the goalkeeper by Eduardo. Came off for him though. Albert. Here's Anderson Lopez. Cross into the centre, and it must be. Great save by the goalkeeper, Kim Yin-hyun. I think the flag has gone up anyway on the far side. That was terrific goalkeeping, one-on-one. Anderson Lopez looks okay there. And the ball's played through to him. Inch-perfect delivery into the centre for Mizunuma. He couldn't finish, though. He joined Yokohama F Marinos from Cerezo Osaka in 2020. Spent 3 years here, scored 11 goals in 82 appearances. Does have a goal against his former club. He scored in a 4-1 defeat here for Yokohama F Marinos in October of 2020. He's making his 350th career J-League appearance today. On by Leo Ciara. Suzuki. Yoshida will be closing him down. Here's Yamanaka though. Jonic to Maikuma. Even though the flag was up for offside, a confidence-boosting save from Kim Yin-hyun. Had he scored that, it may well have stood actually, because I think the flag went up for Anderson Lopez rather than Mizunuma. Here's Nagato. Didn't look offside on that replay. Here's Albert. Against Matsuda. Matsuda did well. No-nonsense type of player, Kevin Muscat. Much the same as a manager, you'd imagine. The job he's done, leading Yokohama F Marinos to that title last season. He's really tight, finished 2 points ahead of Kawasaki Frontale in the end, had a bit of a stumble across the line. Toriumi. Knocked out in the last 16 of the Champions League, but they can go again next season. Toriumi. Now Jonic. Both sides at the moment in these early stages giving up possession a little too easily, I'll imagine, for either of their coaches' likings. Maikuma. Giving straight back to Maikuma again from Hatanaka. Maikuma once more combining with Matsuda, the right back. Here is Matsuda. Maikuma, Matsuda in space, but he was offside. Both assistants have been rather busy with the offside flags in the opening quarter of an hour here. Maikuma and Matsuda, who were lively in the Osaka derby last weekend in the J-League Cup. And a bright start again here on this near side against the champions. Lopez with the touch to Watanabe. Is Kida. wins it back. Here's Kida again. Here's Nagato. It's a good cross in. And once again, Mizunuma is the player almost getting on the end of it. Lovely delivery from Katsuya Nagato. Oh, any touch on that, and Yokohama F Marinos would be in front. Lovely ball from Nagato. Former Kashima Antlers fullback, played over 50 times before joining Yokohama F Marinos last year. Yonic. Hyun with the clearance away. Matsuda to Leo Ciara. Foul given against Eduardo. Continues to argue his case with the assistant. Experienced forward play by Leo Ciara against his former teammate. Yet to score in the J-League this season, Leo Ciara. To get up and running against his former side. Kick then for Cerezo. Yonic and Toriumi forward from the back. Whipped into the centre. It wasn't a bad delivery either. Leo Ciara's header tipped away by Ishimori. Just trying to loop it into that far corner. Ishimori well positioned just to flick it away. Ishimori is actually on loan with Yokohama F Marinos from Cerezo city rivals Gamba Osaka, where he played just 9 times in 4 years there. A swinging delivery, Ciara's header, oh, it's gone in off Eduardo. Well, Leo Ciara will probably try and claim his first of the season, but has to go down as an Eduardo own goal, surely. But what it does mean is a 16th minute lead for Cerezo Osaka against the champions. And the side who traditionally struggle here against Cerezo find themselves behind again in the most unfortunate of circumstances. It's going nowhere near the goal, Leo Ciara's header. It's certainly an Eduardo own goal, but it is Cerezo Osaka 1, Yokohama F Marinos 0. The stadium announcer has decided it's Leo Ciara's goal, but I'll be amazed if it's given to the Cerezo centre forwards. On by Kida. Yamanaka intercepts. Here's Albert. Clip forward over the top. Ishimori quickly out of his penalty area to head it away. The flag does now belatedly go up for offside. Well, at the moment, it's Leo Ciara's first goal for Cerezo Osaka, but when that's looked at, it will be an Eduardo own goal. You could see by the Brazilian defender's reaction that he knew he'd well and truly diverted that in. Wasn't even going on target, the header, if they wanted to make that argument. Foul on Nishimura. And a free kick for Yokohama F Marinos, quickly taken. Watanabe. counters on here. Here's Leo Ciara, the angle's tight. Didn't have too much support with him, and in the end, Eduardo got across. Made a lively start. At the moment, has the opening goal, but will it stay that way? Suzuki with the delivery. Yokohama F Marinos fans still in good voice behind that goal, despite the concession of the opening goal. Looking for just their second win of the season. Cerezo, a win and 2 draws, 2 defeats in their opening 5 games. Only 7 points off the top, though, given the fact that just 5 matches have gone this season. Vissel Kobe have made a terrific start with 4 wins from their opening 5. Some performance if they could stay there until the end of the season. Matsuda on the chase. Challenged by Nagato. Amazing how often Matsuda gets forward and overlaps Makuma, the right winger. Suzuki again. Ciara once more an obvious target. Toriumi Jonic for plenty of aerial presence up there for Cerezo. Tanaka with the initial header away. Now the counter could be on for Yokohama towards Albert. Suzuki sticking to the Brazilian, and suddenly he was surrounded by 3 players. Kagawa and Leo Ciara working hard off the ball to close him down. And Eduardo has stayed down. Not a great deal in that. I'm sure it's going to be okay. And sure enough, Albert is back on his feet again. 6 games without a goal. It's been a frustrating run. Scored 8 in 29 last season, Albert. The referee just telling Takuma Suzuki to hurry things along. Cerezo's captain. Eduardo clears. Albert did well just to step in ahead of Okano and win the ball and the free kick. Tanabe. Eduardo under a bit of pressure. Ciara looking to close him down. Got a touch on the ball, but it's a Yokohama F Marinos throw. He's certainly up for this, Leo Ciara, against his former side. Watanabe. Tanaka. Pressing off the ball, impressive from Cerezo Osaka. To Kyoto Sanga in the 3rd round of the League Cup group stage in midweek before they entertain Consadole Sapporo here in the J-League next weekend. Looking to extend this 4-match unbeaten run they're currently on. Too many draws has been Cerezo's problem lately, though, at the end of last season and the start of this campaign. Eduardo. Kida to Watanabe. These two combining well again in the holding roles. Sumina with the cross in. And Nishimura not too far away from getting a little flick on that, which would have tested Kim Yin-hyun. Here's Tanaka. Yoshida. He's not been found wanting yet at right back. Watanabe. Tough place to come and make his debut for Minato Yoshida. Kevin Muscat certainly throwing him in at the deep end. At a stadium where Yokohama F Marinos generally struggle. Zumina back from Kida. Yoshida. Now Watanabe. Kida. Just looking to switch the play up now to Nagato's in a bit of space. Here's Albert. Space for Watanabe. So with plenty of bodies back behind the ball, they're well organised defensively. Cross into the centre, and Nishimura again getting a touch on that. Five minutes gone. Cerezo Osaka 1, Yokohama F Marinos 0. The champions at the moment potentially facing a second defeat in their opening 6 games. Shimura. Zumina often floats in off that right wing. Here's Nagato. Cross into the centre again. Opportunity here for Nishimura. Trying to make too sure of it. Here's Watanabe. Better spell though for Yokohama F Marinos. Tanaka out to Yoshida. No foul. Referee, I think, rightly playing on. Here is Yoshida. Cross too close to the goalkeeper, Kim Yin-hyun. Kida. Izunuma. Nagato's header. Really give Albert too much of a chance. What a fabulous setting it is, isn't it? I mean, there's barely anybody in the crowd that isn't wearing the cherry blossom colours. Well, there's the goal again. Clearly in off Eduardo. Despite at the moment it being claimed by Leo Ciara against his former side. Here's Jonic. Yamanaka. Always important for a new centre forward to get off to a scoring start, and Leo Ciara hasn't done that, failing to find the net in his first 5 games. Clipped out towards Yamanaka. Zunuma with the touch in field to Kida. And Yoshida. Just caught in possession by Leo Ciara. Now Tamada. Cerezo just trying to wrestle possession back after a decent spell from Yokohama F Marinos. By Yoshida. Shimura back to Mizumina, plays it in, and just off the outside of the post from Anderson Lopez. More like it though from Yokohama F Marinos. Mizunuma and Nishimura both involved in the build-up. Anderson Lopez cutting across his defender. And actually hit the bag at the side of the goal. Initially it looked like he caught the outside of the post, but he missed by significantly more. Ciara with the chest down to Suzuki. Nagato's header. Here's Albert. Oh, ran straight into Matsuda, who was in no mood to give up the ball. The flick on to Kagawa. Now Yamanaka. Wasted no time in swinging that cross in, but far too much on it. Yokohama F Marinos won 2-0 at Sagan Tosu last weekend in their last away game in the J-League Cup. Followed the 2-0 loss at Consadole Sapporo. Started the season with a fabulous win on the road, their way to Kawasaki Frontale. 1 win, 1 defeat in their 2 J-League away games this season. There's Watanabe. Nishimura trying to slip it through to Nagato, who's coming off the left. And no way through for Albert either. Cerezo looking to counter. Watanabe, Nagato. Now Kida. See what he was looking for, the run of Mizumina, but it was a poor ball. Lost 6 games in the whole of their title-winning season in 2022, Yokohama F Marinos. Losing 2 of their opening 6 wouldn't be an ideal start for them, given the way the league is shaping up. It does look set for an exciting season. No unbeaten record after the opening 5 rounds. Still 3 sides without a win. Gamba Osaka, Kashiwa Reysol and Yokohama FC, Marinos' city rivals. There's Nagato. Albert. Good run by Albert, looking to slide it through to Mizunuma. Well read though by Toriumi. Anderson Lopez on his heels a bit. Jonic stepped in to cut it out. Suzuki. Matsuda. Come back to Jonic. Season, remember, of 18 teams in the J-League. It will grow to 20 next season, so only the bottom team relegated in this campaign. Top 2 automatically promoted from J2. And the 3rd place will be decided via the promotion playoffs. Kida, as a result of that expansion. And it's played through beautifully here to Nagato. So quickly off his line, Kim Jin-hyun. We saw that with a save from Mizunuma earlier that was flagged for offside. Delightful ball from Hatanaka, the centre-back. Nagato was suddenly in, but Good goalkeeping from Kim Jin-hyun. They still remain hopeful. Terrific ethos, the Japanese supporters who just keep going right to the end, even when the cause is lost. Punch away from Kim Jin-hyun, driven back into the danger zone. It was Suzuki, the Cerezo captain, who got himself in the way. It was Leo Ciara. I was about to say, as a result of that expansion of the top division, the J.League Cup will lose its group stage next season. That will become a straight knockout tournament, much like the Emperor's Cup. Teams from J1, 2 and 3 will all be involved in the J.League Cup, as opposed to it just being pretty much a exclusive top flight cup competition. Here's Eduardo. Watanabe. Elbe. And again, stepping away from Okano. A lovely switch out to Yoshida, the youngster. He gets the cross in. Defended once again by Toriumi, as pretty much nothing passed him in this first half. Surging break now from Tamada. Able to find Yamanaka, who'd made a terrific overlap from left back. Leo Ciara. Away from Eduardo. Good run by Leo Ciara. Okano in space. Clips it back to Leo Ciara. Well, that's his goal, no doubt. Fabulous football. Started and finished by the Brazilian centre-forward. And he most certainly does have his first Cerezo Osaka goal now, and a goal against the club he left last season. Nothing on here. Steps away brilliantly from Eduardo. Uses Okano in acres of space, and what a lovely little chip back in that is from Hiroyuki Okano. And Leo Ciara couldn't miss, powering the header in. It is Cerezo Osaka 2, Yokohama F Marinos 0. Oh, no wonder he applauds it. Lovely football from his new centre forwards. And he is most definitely now on the score sheet. The only argument, does he have one or two? Cerezo do have two, and the champions have a mountain to climb again at the Yodoko Stadium. They're just checking for a possible offside. Well, this would be cruel, because it was such beautiful play from Leo Ciara and Okano. Goal does stand. It's frustrating when a thing of beauty is ruled out by VAR, and not on this occasion. Cerezo 2, Yokohama F Marinos 0, and the champions in trouble. Suzuki. Cerezo fans will be wondering where this performance has been from not only Leo Ciara, but their team at the start of this campaign. If they do ultimately win this, remember, they would move on to 8 points, just 2 behind Yokohama F Marinos. Zunuma. Remember, Yokohama F Marinos did come back from 2-0 down in this fixture last season with 2 late goals in the 84th and 90th minutes. The only problem is the player that scored those 2 goals is wearing the cherry blossom of Cerezo Osaka, Leo Ciara. is the player, officially at the moment anyway. He has scored both the Cerezo goals. Listen, Lopez hasn't had a look in really up front for Yokohama F Marinos. Jonic and Toriumi have defended pretty well. Zunuma had that big chance. It was flagged offside anyway, but may well have stood had he scored it. Didn't look offside, and then Nagato as well. Here's Yamanaka. Tanaka clears it away. He's breathing heavily as Kota Mizunuma. Through a lot of work out there on the right side. He's been one of the livelier players for Yokohama F Marinos. Too high for Matsuda. Talking about them retaining the title in 2004, but generally they've struggled. They finished 8th in 1996, 9th in 2005 and 9th in 2020. Those performances after being champions the previous season. There's Watanabe. Yoshida. As this stands at the moment, heading for a 12th visit here without a victory. Kagawa. Yamanaka. Toriumi hooking it forward to Tamada, who heads it on towards Leo Sierra. Kida. Watanabe. Problem here for Leo Sierra, holding his ankle. I haven't seen too much in that. Collision with Watanabe, whether he's felt something go or not, that's certainly a worry. Really was a lovely goal. The initial decisive play by Leo Sierra, but the quality of the ball back from Hiroaki Okada. Pinpoint accuracy to the head of the Brazilian. First going to Japan in the third tier in J3 in 2016. Scored a couple of goals in 23 games for Ryukyu. A loan spell in his career with Vitória in Brazil. Returned to Japan in 2021, 5 years later, where he spent those 2 seasons with Yokohama, winning the title last season before moving on here to Cerezo. Cerezo fans who weren't sure about his signing, given his lack of goals in his opening 5 matches this season, may well have been convinced in this first half. It's a corner. They're behind by Toriumi. Nagato, the left back, across to take it. 3 minutes left to half-time. Yokohama would to get some kind of foothold in the game before the break. Deep in swinger from Nagato. Too deep though for Tanaka, who pulled away at the back post. First J-League success for him at 28 years of age last season for Nagato. Sato wins that header. Okano, the up and under. Determined play by Eduardo. Toriumi heading it back into the mix. Now Yoshida. Zunuma. Good run by the winger into Anderson Lopez, who turns, gets some space and finds the corner brilliantly, but the flag is up. Well, the celebrations cut short. It's a lovely turn and finish from Anderson Lopez, who hasn't seen much of the ball in this first half, but certainly showed his quality there. He is off. The assistant's got it absolutely spot on. It's frustrating for him. There was no need to be offside either. It's going to be mightily disappointed, Kevin Muscat, with what he's seen from his side in this first half. Although, in fairness, they have had chances. That's a warning for Cerezo Osaka that they cannot afford to rest on their laurels. As far as Anderson Lopez is concerned, he may have been quiet in this first half. And that just shows his quality. Scored in the 2-2 draw in Yokohama between these two last season, Anderson Lopez. A couple of goals already this season. He hasn't scored in his last 4. Here's Albert. It's a poor ball from Albert. Yoshida would have been away. There was absolutely no need to play it that close to Yamanaka. Fighting to win it back and wins the foul off of Tanaka. Three minutes extra to be played at the end of what's been an entertaining first half. Cerezo up to their old tricks again against Yokohama F Marinos. Demeaning on Cerezo to call them a bogey team for Yokohama F Marinos. That they are one of Japan's most successful sides historically, but they are a team that Yokohama struggle against, especially here. It's Tamada. Toriumi. Jonic. Knocked away by Eduardo. Beaten to that, but Yoshida has it. And has time and space. Eduardo. Spent most of his career in Japan, Eduardo, since 2013. Times he's been called upon. Kim Jin-hyun, he's done well. The Korean goalkeeper for Cerezo. It's a foul by Watanabe. Okano, the player taken down. Can't do that from Watanabe. Still yet to be capped by Japan. Watanabe was called up for the national team whilst playing in the second division for Tokyo Verdy for the Copa America when Japan were invited to that tournament, but didn't actually get to play, so still no caps. Only 24 though, plenty of time. All eyes on Leo Ciara. Suzuki to deliver. Will surely be the last chance of the first half for either team. Tanaka and Leo Ciara pushing and shoving. It was a poor delivery though from the Cerezo captain. Wins it back though. Indeed, that was the final action of a first half that is going perfectly to plan for Leo Ciara against his former club, and for Cerezo Osaka, looking for just their second win this season, up against the champions who at the moment are facing their second defeat of the campaign in just their opening 6. Was it an Eduardo own goal? Was it a Leo Ciara goal on 16 minutes that put Cerezo Osaka in front? There is no doubting it was a Leo Ciara goal on 35 minutes to make it 2-0. And at half-time, it is Cerezo Osaka 2, Yokohama F Marinos 0. Welcome back to the Yodoko Stadium, where Cerezo Osaka lead Yokohama F Marinos by 2-0. There is Leo Ciara, Yokohama's former centre forwards, who left them in the off-season to join Cerezo. At the moment has been credited with both the goals against them. His first goals in a Cerezo shirt. Cerezo on course for a 12th game here without defeat against Yokohama F Marinos. It is a terrific record against the defending champions. It would be a 4th match anywhere without losing to them. Remember, they'd only lost 1 in 8 against F Marinos. Are facing their 2nd defeat of the season. And only the 6th round, but it's a touch of deja vu. Remember, they were 2-0 down here last season until the sending off of Yosuke Yamanaka, the left back of Cerezo, on 82 minutes. Leo Ciara then helped himself to goals on 84 and 90 to snatch a point for Yokohama. Can they produce a similar comeback, despite the fact that their hero that day is now playing for the other side? Second half underway then. A lot of work to do for Kevin Muscat's team. 2nd away defeat in 3 this season, having started the season so well with a win at Kawasaki Frontale, the side they just pipped to the title last season. Early corner for Cerezo Osaka. Yosuke Yamanaka, the outswinger. Good ball in as well. It's Tanaka with the header away. Suzuki. He's been the key man in those central areas in terms of the match. Takuma Suzuki. Problem here for Nagato. Just kicked in the hip there by Suzuki. Not on purpose, no suggestion of that, but a painful one anyway. Back on his feet now, defending against Matsuda. Albert under pressure from Kagawa. The challenge though, and then foul given. Shinji Kagawa, who came via Belgium on his return to Cerezo. He's playing with Sint-Truiden. He scored twice in just 18 appearances. Dortmund, of course, Manchester United, Besiktas in Turkey, and PAOK in Greece. That's where he spent the rest of his time on his European adventure. 31 goals in 97 caps for Japan, Shinji Kagawa. Tanaka. Actually played in the 2nd division for Cerezo Osaka. Shinji Kagawa, he finished the top scorer in the 2009 season with 27 goals. Tanaka. Now Eduardo. Anderson Lopez. Nagato, caught again, this time by Matsuda. Ishimori. Now Yoshida. Kevin Muscat not making any changes to his side at half-time. Sure it won't be long though if they continue to struggle. Thought they had a goal back through Anderson Lopez, only to see it ruled out. Not not been at their best, but not without chances either in that first half. Mizunuma took the long way round, the whistle has gone. Lopez is in the offside position, so as soon as he touched the ball, Mizunuma was called up. Taking their travelling support now in the second half. Yokohama F Marinos may give them a bit of a boost. Manaka clears it away. Tanaka steps in. Tamada makes his way towards the penalty area. Yamanaka lifts the cross in, it's a good ball as well. And headed just wide by Leo Ciara. Matsuda and Yamanaka, such a threat when they get forward, the full-backs for Cerezo Osaka. It was a good delivery. Still had a bit of work to do, Leo Ciara. Just had to crane the neck a bit to try and get it on target. Mizunuma away from Yamanaka, Toriumi across, but the ball out of play anyway. To find the net this season, the former Cerezo winger Kota Mizunuma. Did actually begin his career though at Yokohama F Marinos, returned after 10 years away at the likes of Sagan Tosu and FC Tokyo. Kid has taken a bit of a whack in the mouth here, the F Marinos captain from Shinji Kagawa. Mizunuma, by the way, made his international debut at 32 years of age in a 6-0 win against Hong Kong. One of 2 caps that he's won for the Japanese national team, Mizunuma. Tanaka wins it back for F Marinos. Here's Eduardo. Nagato. Watanabe. On by Tanaka. Here's Mizunuma. Able to cut Toriumi out of the equation though. Albert from Kota Watanabe. Shinosuke Tanaka. Anderson Lopez. And now Eduardo. Nagato did well to get the cross in, but Suzuki's there to clear. Back with Ishimori. Plenty of stick from the home supporters for his connections with Gamba Osaka, the city rivals. Whistled every time he touches it. Yoshida. Now Kida. Bit of space here now for Yoshida. Into Anderson Lopez. Back to Albert. Yoshida carried on the run. Nagato with the cross in. You wonder why he didn't go for goal himself, the left back. Mizunuma. Nishimura. Here's Tanaka. Mizunuma into Watanabe. Back from Kida. Watanabe fires it across, and Nishimura unable to get any real contact on the ball, but neat and tidy football from Yokohama F Marinos. Desperately need to score the next goal, the away side. Kevin Muscat will be looking around at his bench, seeing how he can juggle things about. There is plenty of quality on it, as the two Brazilians, Marcos Junior and Jan Mateus, on the bench. Here comes Cerezo at the other end. Leo Ciara into Maikama. Mizunuma. Anderson Lopez. To Albert. Struggled to have too much an effect on the game, and then a reasonable run ends with a disappointing pass, but he was being fouled. Shinji Kagawa sliding in, just catching him. He's much more centrally these days. Shinji Kagawa, of course, in his heyday, he was very much a winger with an eye for goal. What's his next move? 10 minutes gone in the second half, no breakthrough, they still trail 2-0. Six caps for Australia, but never played at a World Cup. He played at 3 FIFA Confederations Cups, but never at the main events. Tackling player that the likes of Crystal Palace, Wolves, Rangers and Millwall fans will remember fondly. Over this. Ito leaves it, fired straight into the wall, and then Anderson Lopez hooking it off target. Another great hit by Kota Mizumana. Scored 4 goals in Yokohama F Marinos' run to the last 16 of the Asian Champions League. They were beaten by the current league leaders, Vissel Kobe. Tanaka across, was being wrestled though by Tamada. Eduardo to Nagato. One of the main attacking threats actually for Yokohama F Marinos, the left back Katsuya Nagato. The yellow card is coming out for the first time this afternoon. Takuya Kida, the captain of Yokohama F Marinos, the first to be shown yellow. Kim Min-hyun up to Matsuda, and couldn't control. Albert. Eduardo, probably the most relieved man out there that Leo Ciara has been credited with that opening goal. Tanaka, Yoshida, Shimura able to control, Kagawa taking it away. His clearance blunted by the challenge and helped on again by Mizunuma. Foul again on Albert and a free kick to Yokohama F Marinos in a really good position, especially bearing in mind Tetsuya Nagato's left foot. Rush challenge from Saya Maikama. Goals last season, yet to score in the league. Did score the opening goal against Gamba last weekend in the J.LEAGUE Cup group stage. Wado and Mizunuma over this. Surprisingly, no Nagato. The captain standing just in front of the wall. Half an hour to go. He's made a late charge last season to save a point from this position, but can't help but feel Yokohama F Marinos need one soon. So he's not going to be involved in this. It's driven over the top. Disappointing hit for the second time in succession from Kota Mizunuma. One low into the defensive wall, the second one high and over and into his own travelling supporters. Changes being made. Bit of action that we'll see from Mizunuma. Nishimura is coming off as well. Marcos Jr. and Kenta Inui coming on. So double change made by Kevin Muscat. By Ishimori. Shimura getting a bit of a rest after international duty. 2 games with Japan. Here's Matsuda. And by Suzuki. Maikama did well to get the ball in, and Okano was challenged in the nick of time by Shinosuke Hatanaka. It's good defending. Positive play though by Saya Maikama. Kagawa. Oh, there was Ciara almost getting there. Seen that Ishimori had a head start, but the Brazilian striker nearly made something of it. Here's Kenta Inui. He's featured in every game this season for Yokohama F Marinos. Only started 2 games though. It's his 4th appearance from the bench. Still awaiting his first goal since signing from Oita Trinita. It's Kida from Nagato. Marcos Jr. has been at the club since signing from Fluminense in 2019. Score in the league last season though, and yet to score in this campaign is Anderson Lopez. Marinos will be hoping that that changes. It's wayward though from Eduardo. Maikama. Now Albert. From Watanabe. Now Hatanaka. Inui. Plenty of short passing sideways and backwards, but nothing incisive so far from Yokohama F Marinos. Here's Tanaka. Kevin Muscat will be hoping that Marcos Jr. and Kenta Inui can change that. Yoshida. He might be losing, but in fairness, Yoshida hasn't really put a foot wrong. The young right back making his career J-League debut. A little nudge by Watanabe. As Okino jumped for the ball. Kida. Nagato. It's a good ball in behind for Albert. Now can he deliver? Cuts in Albert. Still going Albert. Touches it back instead and driven in at the goalkeeper. And a really good save from Kim Jin-hyun again. Lovely play by Albert. Took his time and in the end fed it back to the captain Kida. A lot to do here for Albert. Took Matsuda out the equation. But the captain Kida able to get the strike away from Kim Jin-hyun. Straight at him. Matsuda did well on the follow-up to get there ahead of Anderson Lopez. Ciara could be in here. Eduardo getting back across and did enough. Leo Ciara frustrated. He just didn't have the pace to strip away from Eduardo. Lovely first time ball through from Shinji Kagawa. Eduardo, in fairness, did brilliantly. Just as it seemed, Leo Ciara was about to complete a hat-trick against his former club. Enjoyed himself this afternoon for Cerezo Osaka. How often does that happen in football all around the world, that players spring into life against their former clubs? Yamanaka with the outswinger. Whistle's gone. It's beginning to feel his side putting a run together. 4 unbeaten, remember, 2 wins, 2 draws in all competitions after failing to win any of their first 3 games this season. 23 minutes away from stretching that run to 5. From moving to within just 2 points of Kevin Muscat's champions. Lopez couldn't keep it in. Jonic. Matsuda. Eduardo across. Somewhat fortuitous to get the ball through to Marcos Jr. Anyway, it's been fairly ill-disciplined actually from his forward line in terms of the amount of times they've been caught offside in this game. Yamanaka. Space now for Matsuda. Crossing is headed away by Tanaka. worked so hard off the ball, Cerezo Osaka. They've been first to most of the loose balls as well. And Kota Watanabe is being replaced. Joel Fujita is coming on in the midfield. And Jan Matthäus for Albert. So really shuffling the back here now, Kevin Muscat. Another difficult day for Albert. His run stretches to 7 games now without a goal. Matthäus does have one this season. He scored in the 2-0 win at home to Urawa Reds, the side currently second in the table after coming off the bench. They lost their opening 2 matches of the season, Urawa Reds, but they've won 4 in a row now. Remember, they have an Asian Champions League final to look forward to as well, Urawa Reds. Leo Ciara, it's a good attempt. Saw Ishimori off his line. Struck it well enough. Yun Ishimori saw it coming in the nick of time. Patanaka. Leo Ciara closes him down, forces the mistake. Yokohama F Marinos do keep the ball with the throw. Kevin Muscat said ahead of kick-off that he wishes him well, just not today, but he has produced the goods against his former club. There's Leo Ciara. Away from Nagato. Oh, it's a lovely bit of vision to try and slide the ball through to Maikama. An inch or so away from switching the play brilliantly and completely wrong-footing the whole of the Yokohama F Marinos defence. It's not just been about his goals today, Leo Ciara. The work rate has been there, the vision too. I knew he was hoping for a free kick, nothing given though. Jonic. Jan Matthäus. Now Tanaka. Space for Kida. Fujita alongside him. Tanaka. Too much on that for a new in. It's been that kind of day really for Yokohama F Marinos. Facing their second defeat in 3 J-League games now, remember, beaten at Consadole Sapporo for the 2-1 win against Kashima Antlers in their last J-League match. Sagan Tosu in the League Cup last weekend, but as far as the league is concerned, 2 defeats in 3. There will be no hat-trick for Leo Ciara. The question is, will there be 2 goals for him when they review that goal? Still convinced it's an own goal off Eduardo, but cannot take that one away from him. A move he started and finished brilliantly after a lovely ball from Okudo. Leo all around the stadium as Yokohama try and put the defence under pressure at the other end. Mitsuki Kato, the replacement centre forward. Job done as far as Leo Ciara is concerned. Kato is on, 25-year-old striker. He scored 6 goals last season. one of those. The 2-2 draw here against Yokohama F Marinos. If he can repeat that trick, then he'll certainly wrap up the 3 points for Cerezo. Kato actually scored in the J.League Cup final last season, which Cerezo came within seconds of winning. They conceded 2 stoppage time goals to lose 2-1 to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Heartbreaking circumstances. Second year in a row that they were beaten in that final, having lost to Nagoya Grampus the previous season. The ball is moving. Most of the stadium seems to think that's a bit nitpickety. %57 of the ball, Yokohama. More attempts at goal, more on target. Haven't created too many clear-cut chances though, and when they have created. Kim Yin-hyun has been equal to it. Chances for Nagato and Kida spring to mind. Anderson Lopez had that one rightly ruled out for offside in the first half. Here's Matsuda. Tries to deliver the ball as early as possible. This time it wins a corner. Well defended by Nagato. Across to take the corner inside the last 15. F Marinos are to pull this out of the fire again with another 2-goal comeback. Like last season, it will have to be late again. Swinger, Ishimori was struggling, off the post from Maikuma. Back in again from Kagawa. Ishimori all over the place in the Yokohama F Marinos goal from both of those deliveries and got away with it. Strong challenge on Joel Fujita from Maikuma. So though he's borne the brunt of it, Maikuma. I think it's more where Fujita landed on him rather than the initial challenge itself. Well, that is getting away with it as a goalkeeper. Came for it, got nowhere near it, and Saya Maikuma inches away from his first league goal of the season. It would have been a goal in successive games following his strike in the League Cup against Gamba last weekend. Looking too stable on that, is he, Maikuma? Let's hope he can run it off. Nagato, back from Jan Mateus, Marcos Junior. Now Nagato in space. 3 to aim for if he can get there. Well defended though by Mate Jonic. The centre and time that challenge to perfection. So Yoshida's debut comes to an end. Looks as though it's a debut that's going to end in defeat, but through no fault of his. And Muscat showed plenty of trust in throwing him in, and he's repaid that with a decent performance. The young right back, Ruku Yamane, is on. Actually 2 years the junior of the debutant Yoshida Yamane. And for his first appearance of this season, he played 11 in the last campaign. Former Japanese under-16 international. Now changes foot for Cerezo. Tamada is coming off, and so is Suzuki. Now to Kida. For the captain, Suzuki. Capixaba is on the Brazilian, 26-year-old, who's just joined the club, on for his third appearance. Yokohama look to break through. Capixaba, who joined from Juventude. Began his career with Atletico Mineiro, but made just 4 appearances there. Just his third league appearance. He did actually score in the J.League Cup for his first goal. An 86th-minute winner against FC Tokyo. First round of the group stage this season. 10 minutes to go. Kevin Muscat has made all 5 changes now for Yokohama F Marinos. There's Capixaba. Wins a throw. Capixaba from Yamanaka's throw. He's come on determined, hasn't he, to make his mark on this game, Capixaba. Okano. Maikama. Switched out again to Matsuda, but Nagato getting across first. Matsuda all over him. It was a matter of time before the assistant flagged. Another good game though from Riku Matsuda, the Cerezo right back. Marcos Junior scraping the ball ahead of Naruto Kida. It's in from Anui. Touch a cramp for Hiroaki Okano. Got through some work, Cerezo Osaka. I'm never going to have more of the ball against the champions, so their off-the-ball work was always going to be crucial. Attendance just under 19,000. Doesn't seem like there's an empty seat in the house, but there must be a few tucked away. Officially holds 24,500. Nagato. Yokohama F Marinos bringing plenty of support with them as well. Threatening to get in behind here. Jan Mateus across. Oh, it's an own goal! And with 7 minutes to go, Yokohama F Marinos are back in the game. Hinato Kida has only just come on, putting the ball past his own goalkeeper. And is history about to repeat itself? 2 goals in the last 6 minutes from 2-0 down last season, earn Yokohama F Marinos a point. And with 7 minutes to go, they are back to 2-1 from 2-0 down. Surely it couldn't happen again, could it? More Cerezo substitutes are being warmed up by Akio Koguki. Naoki Okino, who was struggling with cramp, is the player who is going to come off. And being replaced by Jordi Cruz. Double change, actually. Yasuda being replaced by Yosuke Shindo. Just the 10 substitutions then, 5 for each side. This lineup's looking very different to what they started the game with. Is Yamane. Bundled to the ground by Capi Jabba, who's certainly been enthusiastic since coming on. Here's Eduardo. Inoue. Now Eduardo. Just too much on it for Jan Mateus, who always looks dangerous when he comes on. It's surprising he doesn't get more starts for Yokohama F Marinos. Jab has been shown a yellow card for a prior incident. Yet to start this season, Jan Mateus, all 6 appearances from the substitutes bench for the Brazilian. Same story last season. He's actually yet to start a game since joining Yokohama F Marinos, seen very much as an impact player from the bench, and he is that. Always causes problems. He's played his part in Yokohama F Marinos, giving themselves a chance of snatching a point here. It's his ball across that was turned into his own net by Kida. Tanaka. Shaba. Takoya Kida. Cerezo continue to battle that. Continue to make life difficult for Yokohama F Marinos. Well, I think you take a point again now. He's take a repeat of that 2-2 from last season. Remember, both games finished 2-2 here and in Yokohama. And it was the manner of the draw here that rankled with Cerezo Osaka. Shindo on the overlap. This is Jordi Cruz. Belgium under-19 international. He's just joined the club from Avispa Fukuoka. Fit in by Fujita. Time getting away from Yokohama F Marinos. Eduardo wins it back for the champions. Nagato with it. Back from Fujita. Fujita's caught. Free kick for Yokohama F Marinos. Next Saturday it's the Yokohama derby. Marinos entertaining Yokohama FC, who've made a really poor start to the season. Inoue. Ooh, did he keep it in? Assistant on this near side thinks he did. It's a good delivery. He was very much on the stretch, but nobody could take advantage of it. the break is on with Kabichaba. Into Kato, can he finish? Well, there's your answer. Ishimori did enough. And the flag was up anyway. Always a threat of that happening, though, for Yokohama F Marinos as they throw bodies forward. Looking for that equaliser. Yamane. Inui. Hatanaka. Yamane. By Fujita. Back again from Kida to Fujita. Need to switch the play up, really. Mateus completely unmarked on the far side, but they've given the ball away to Kato. And now here's Nagato. Gets it back again for Jan Mateus. Nagato fires it in. Marcos Jr. in there. And hooked away by Jonic. Heart-in-mouth time there for the Cerezo supporters, who have 4 more minutes to survive as the champions come looking for a point. Remember last season here, 2 goals in the last 6 minutes. Saved them when they were 2-0 down. That was after Yosuke Yamanaka had been sent off, though. This is against 11, they're threatening to do it again. Leo Ciara, the scorer of both those Yokohama goals, watching on this season from the Cerezo bench. Having scored both theirs, here's a chance, driven in by Inui. Now Yamane. Inui again. Nagato with the cross in. Anderson Lopez. It's claiming he was being pulled. The referee had a good view of it, though. Kida to Fujita. Marcos Jr. Fujita. Suddenly sprung into life now. There's Joel Fujita. Hatanaka. Jan Mateus. Spread out to Katsuya Nagato. That's the cross in. Marcos Jr. did well to get ahead to it. Cross was over here. Jan Mateus did brilliantly to pick up the loose ball. Here's Hatanaka. Fujita held up by Yamanaka. Now Hatanaka. Turn away by Nagato. Back to the left foot again, clips it to that back post, and just too much on it. Eduardo was forward, the centre-back, but even he couldn't stretch to get on the end of that delivery from Nagato. Cerezo 2 minutes away from their 2nd win of the season. F Marinos from their 2nd defeat. Combination of home and away shirts amongst the Yokohama F Marinos supporters. They continue to jump up and down, sing and support their club, despite the fact they could be losing ground on the early pace setters. A long way to go, though, in what is going to be an exciting season, which teams will take points off each other. Hatanaka. Marcos Jr. Triumi with the foot in. Now Kagawa. He's taken over the armband since Suzuki was taken off. Clipped in behind. Well played by Eduardo. Claiming that there was a handball there. Assistant saw nothing. Here's Marcos Jr. at the other end. Oh, tried to slide it through, but neither Anderson Lopez nor Kento Inui made a move for it. Not on the same wavelength, obviously, as Marcos Jr. Played an inviting ball through. Ciara feels they're almost there. Eduardo by Kida. Nagato. Cross junior to Hatanaka. Once again, Yokohama F Marinos come unstuck at the Yodoko Stadium, the home of Cerezo Osaka. It is a 12th visit now for the defending champions without a victory. Leo Ciara credited with both goals against his former club. His first goals for his new club. Did seem like an own goal off Eduardo on 16, but he's been given it. It was most certainly his goal on 35 that saw Cerezo race into a 2-goal advantage. And despite the pressure at the end from Yokohama F Marinos, after Hinato Kida put through his own goal with 7 minutes to go, Cerezo have held on for their second J-League win of the season. It moves them within 2 points now of Yokohama F Marinos, who suffer their second successive away defeat in the league, their second loss in the last 3. It's finished here, Cerezo Osaka 2, Yokohama F Marinos 1. Well, Leo Ciara, all smiles. Shinji Kagawa, good afternoon for him as well in the centre of that midfield, but another frustrating visit here for Yokohama F Marinos. Just can't seem to get the better, can they, of Cerezo Osaka. It's just 1 win in 9 now, home or away, against Cerezo. But they will feel this victory has ignited their season. For Yokohama, they have a League Cup match against Consadole Sapporo to come in midweek before the Yokohama derby against newly promoted Yokohama FC. And they will hope to get their title defence back on track. But Cerezo, all smiles. It's 5 unbeaten for them now in all competitions, since failing to win any of their first 3 matches this season. But they've been pretty tough to beat here. Unbeaten now in 4. 3 wins and a draw in their 4 matches in all competitions here in this campaign. And the side who finished 5th last season, just 4 points off the top 3 Asian Champions League places, but some 17 off the title pace set by Yokohama F Marinos. Perhaps they feel that this victory will push them further towards the top of the table, and who knows, there's a long way to go, maybe, into the title race. It's been a long wait for those supporters. 1980, the last league title of 4 for Cerezo Osaka. They've had to sit and watch Gamba claim a J-League title and an Asian Champions League success as well. But with Gamba's struggles, Cerezo back on top in Osaka. Can they get back on top in Japan though? But the signs are certainly promising for Akio Kogiku's team.
サポーターが待っていた加入後初ゴール、そして2点目、ナイスゴールでした。
ありがとうございます。
サポーターの前、ホームでの加入後初ゴールはどんなゴールになりましたか？
Muito feliz, né, por poder marcar pela primeira vez o caminho do Cerezo. Eu estava ficando muito incomodado, né? Já são vários jogos sem marcar. A gente joga ali na frente, a gente tem essa cobrança. Mas muito feliz pelo gol, pela vitória, que é mais importante. Agora seguimos em frente.
そうですね、セレッソのユニフォーム着て本当にゴール決めれて本当に嬉しいです。本当にフォワードとしてゴールができなかったっていうのは本当にもどかしいところがたくさんあったんですけども、こうやってホームでまたゴール2点入れることができて本当に嬉しいです。
そしてセレッソでの初ゴールが古巣マリノス戦、これはレオセラ選手にとってどんなゴールになりましたか？
Como eu falei, muito feliz por ter revisto meus companheiros. Mas dentro de campo eu estou vestindo uma camisa de outro clube.